Hey guys, welcome back. Remember this gun? It's my Kahr CW380. Got it in a trade. Now, if you didn't catch the first video, let me bring you up to speed. I put maybe 250 to 300 rounds through this gun, trying to break it in, trying to get it to work. And during the course of all of that, I couldn't get it to cycle a single magazine without failures. Shot a lot of different types of ammo, so I feel like I covered the gamut, but it would not cycle anything. I decided that I would send it back to Kahr, put it back in their hands, let them try and take care of it, and see if they could fix whatever the problem was. I got a lot of great suggestions from my audience, by the way, telling me about some of the fixes they used on their guns. I decided maybe I'll address that later if what Kahr does doesn't work, but first I would put it in their hands, leave it over to the manufacturer to try to let them fix it right, if possible. So now it's back in my hands. Took me about a month to get it back. We're going to tell you some other details about that whole process here in a little bit, but first, let's confirm whether it works or not. We got a couple magazines on hand. We're going to keep filling it up with other types of ammo. Right now we've got Hornady Critical Defense, and after this we're going to shoot some gold dots. Let's see if this gun works. That's a full magazine. That's one full magazine. It never did that last time. Couldn't get through a single full magazine last time. Now here we have some gold dots, spear gold dots. Bye. All good so far. All good so far. Is this going to be a happy ending? I've got my fingers crossed, but I'm not sure. Let's load these mags up with a couple other types of ammo and find out. Before we look at the rest of our results, let me show you the flashlight I take along for these outdoor shoots, which comes in really handy after sunset. The Olight S1R Baton 2 is a powerful, pocketable flashlight that can take all kinds of abuse. It is hands down my favorite EDC light, and this Labor Day only, Olight is offering a limited edition Desert Tan version with a pimpin' blue pocket clip for 30 to 40% off. Follow the link in the description to jump on this deal before they're gone. If you're seeing this video after the sale, you know what? You can always take 10% off any Olight order by using my affiliate code TLBS. Guys, ad revenue sucks for YouTube gun channels like mine, and I don't take donations, so affiliate revenue is the only way I stay afloat. So, show your support for quality videos like these by shopping with my links today. Now, back to this little 380. All right, next up, we've got some Sig Sauer jacketed hollow points, 90 grain. Ooh, we got a slight not wanting to feed going on there. Let's see if this works. I brought it home. Oh, and we did not lock the slide back on that one, so we did have one little hang up there where it did not feed the next round, and it actually locked back, and then also it did not lock the slide back at the end. Maybe we'll do a second round of that just to make sure, but first, the Freedom Munition 90 grain XTP hollow points. All good on that one. I managed to get I think it's about a 30-yard target. All good on the Freedom Munition. Shall we try one more mag of that SIG? Those all cycled okay. Maybe it was just a fluke. I don't know. Let's test it a little more now though. Aluminum, Blazer aluminum. No failures, and it locked back. Cool, let's try something else. Up next, Perfecta 95 grain. Cheap stuff. Will it cycle okay? Let's find out. Oh, we got one slide lock back on that Perfecta. Let's keep shooting. Cycle the rest of the way through it. We might try a little more of that, but only if we don't break the gun on this Tula steel case. Let's find out. Cycled just fine. Maybe we'll do one more mag of that Perfecta and come back with something else as well. Oh, moths are crazy out here. All right, one more mag of that Perfecta 95 grain, and easy to mix these two up because they look identical. This is Armscore, also 95 grain. Perfecta, Armscore. Pretty sure. Let's get to shooting and see how they do. Perfecta first. All good, that mag. Last but not least, actually not last or least, now it's the Armscore. Some good misses, but perfect cycling. What else have we got? I'll tell you what else we got. We got about 120 rounds of 100 grain round nose flat point from Freedom Munitions. If this thing can blow through all this without a hang up, I'm gonna feel so good about this gun. Oh, no lockback that time. Worked right otherwise. Locked back, cycled perfectly. Let's keep going. Locked back and cycled perfectly. Oh no! We got an unintentional lockback. No, it's hung up. No! Ooh, it was hung up on the round for just a second there. Really good so far, but still not perfect. Caught a shell in my hand during all that. Anyway, that string was good. Let's load it up again. Shane, is it possible the gun needs some lube? It's got lube. I put a little bit on there to make sure it wasn't totally dry. So, should be performing flawlessly, but we'll see. And no lockback on that one. Well, we went from a gun that was performing at about 10% to one that's performing at, what, 85%? We'll see. Let's keep going. All good. Oh no, we got another one of those. It's not anything like it was the last time I brought it out. So, I don't know. Oh man, why's it got to keep doing this? Well, let's do left-handed. Why not? Oh, I probably shouldn't do left-handed. I think I have a tendency to limp wrist it when I do left-handed, because that's not good. That's a straight-up stovepipe. Let's try one more time, though. All good. There was that one hang up from, in my opinion, from limp wristing. We'll keep going. One more time. I even just put a little more oil on it too. Targets need a little bit of light. Back to the grind. No lock back on that one. And that one locked back. Bit hit or miss as far as functionality. Like, it's working right in a lot of ways, in most of the ways I need it to, but a couple of things are just a little weird. It could just be that it really doesn't like this bullet right here. And that's a strong possibility, because check that out. Got a flat, I don't know if you can see this, it's not gonna focus. Is it? There. Got a flat nose on this bullet, okay? So it's not perfectly rounded the way a lot of 380s are. So you know what I think we're gonna do? I think we're gonna stop shooting this stuff at this point. Maybe we'll go to that arms core, which I thought went okay. Maybe we'll shoot, I don't know, 4 mags of that, see how it goes. Let's do that. Good so far. We got one lockback on it. And a non-lockback. Okay, well, it's going to do that with arms core. It's going to do that with flat point. It might occasionally do that with some of the, did it do that with, I don't think it did that with any of the hollow points, except once did that with a little bit of the SIG. But then the next magazine through, it didn't do it. So it's possible that if I put a lot more of that SIG, that it would do it. I don't know. All right, we got a little bit more of this arms core here in my pocket, so we're just gonna burn through it. Perfect. Perfect behavior on that one. And perfect on that one as well. So, I was hoping to have like a really clear conclusion here, because Kahr sent this back to me pretty confident. They were fairly confident that they did a good job of, you know, fixing this gun for me. I felt pretty confident that they did too, based on all the things they told me they did. And I'll go through that here in a second. But doing what I've done with it here today, it's still not perfect. We do have a hang up here and there. What we're mostly seeing is the slide locking back or kind of stopping and not cycling the next round when it's supposed to. And then sometimes the slide not locking back on an empty magazine. So it's possible I haven't been keeping clear track. They said that they replaced this magazine. This is the one that actually came with the gun. This funky base plate one, this extended base plate one. It's not an extended round, just an extended base plate. This is one that I bought afterwards. After I bought the gun, I bought this so that I could have 2 magazines. Got to have at least 2 with any gun, at very least 2. So it's possible that this one is getting funked up and then this one is doing good, or vice versa. I'm not sure. Again, I'll if I find any patterns, I'll review the footage and post it in here somewhere. But what I have to conclude at this point is that the results are a little bit inconclusive. It's definitely better, like way better. Like maybe the gun worked at about, I think I said this before, the gun may have worked at about 10% before, and now I feel like it works at like 70 to 80%. So it's a huge improvement, but it's still not perfect. And I'd love for this gun to work perfectly. So thank you, Kahr, for spending your time on this gun and making it so much better than it was, but it's still not perfect. I hate that. I hate that. So let's go through sort of the journey of this gun. Now, after the last video, you guys saw that it behaved horribly, wouldn't break in, didn't work at all, really. So I went to their return, or the return section of their website, the service section of their website, and got a return authorization number to send this guy in. Now, I've worked with Kahr in the past as a T&E guy, so they know who I am. They said, look, we're gonna set you up with this fix, even though you're not the original owner. Had I been the original owner, and it was within 1 year of purchase, there wouldn't have been any charge for them to look at it and to fix whatever problem it had. So I want you guys to understand that, because, you know, I know that because they know me as a T&E guy, there's a good chance they would have done a little more or went the extra step or whatever. I want to be clear on what you guys would get, anybody would normally get in working with Kahr Arms. So, like I said, if you were the original owner of this gun, they would take care of whatever problems it had within the first year. And I think that's true for any of the, like the CW380 or any of the sort of their budget line of guns. Some of the higher end, more deluxe ones, they have sort of a different process for those, and I think the warranty period goes longer. But within a year, no charge for fixes. So that's what you would expect if you were to send this same gun in as well. Now, from that point, the work that they did on it, let me get these headphones off because I don't need them anymore. And let me go through some of what they said they did, because this is, in my opinion, kind of interesting. So, got a couple of sheets here, excuse me. They reported, yeah, will not cycle a full mag and so forth. And the action taken, replace the recoil spring in it, so that's important. Replace one K386 magazine, which I think is that original one that I showed you before, that longer base plate one. Polished and fitted the extractor, adjusted the slide stop springs, and then test fired. According to what they sent me, they actually test fired a lot of different rounds through it. I think just in the anticipation that I, as someone who would present this gun to you guys again, would test a bunch of different rounds through it. They wanted to test all those rounds first so that, you know, they would be sure that what I showed you on camera matched their experience. But they put about 130 something rounds through it, so that's a lot more than usual. I think typically you would expect them to put maybe 3 magazines, so yeah, not a ton, but that should be enough to confirm that it's running pretty well. They, however, tested this one with 3 full mags of Fiocchi 95 grain, 5 mags of Spear Gold Dot 90 grain, 4 mags of CCI Blazer 95 grain, 4 mags of Federal Premium 90 grain Hydroshock JHP, 4 full mags of Blazer Brass 95 grain FMJ. So they put a lot of rounds through this test gun, and I'm surprised that they didn't have any of the little hang-ups that we saw today. As far as turnaround time, they say 2 to 4 weeks is what they expect things to take. From the time I sent it in to the time I received it back, 4 weeks. So that is pretty normal. I would say, generally speaking, you know, they did for me what they would do for most folks. They gave it a little special attention because I knew that I'd be putting it on camera, but obviously not enough special attention because it's still not perfect. Anyway, I wanted this story to end a little bit happier than it is. the CW380 from Kahr is still probably my favorite 380 to shoot. It's extremely soft shooting. I think a lot of it has to do with the trigger and just how soft and easy it is. It's just such a sweet, smooth trigger pull. Oh, man, it's a beauty to shoot. Feels great in my hand. Something about that grip, even though it's really thin. Even though it's really thin, really slim, it's just so nice to shoot. Just feels great. Feels great. I can shoot this thing all day. What did I put? Well over, close to 200 rounds just now through it. My hand feels great. No redness, no soreness, no fatigue of any kind. I'm ready to shoot another 200 rounds through it. I could do a full 4-day class with this gun. That's how good it feels to shoot. It's great. So it is definitely my favorite 380 to shoot. But as far as reliability, not quite there. Now, it did cycle some things better than others, so I'm going to spend a little more time sort of nail down what it definitely cycles well, and then, decide on a good carry ammo, and then I'm going to set this into a carry roll. I trust it well enough, again, if it cycles the right ammo, cycles something predictably, then I trust it well enough to use just that ammo and just carry that stuff. And I would absolutely love to carry it because it's super light, it's super sleek, it shoots so nice. And as far as, again, the comfort and the ergonomics, it's just superb for a small pocket 380. So I'm loving it. I'm definitely keeping it, but I'm gonna be a little more cautious about what I put through it in the future, and that is how the story ends for my Kahr CW380. I appreciate you guys watching. I thank Kahr for doing some work on this gun. Please keep watching, subscribe, hit the bell and all that good stuff. Follow me on Facebook for some great deals on guns and all that stuff, because I post things there frequently. Aside from that, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.